Did I walk away from the Christian faith? Let's get into that. Okay, we're gonna get into that. What it do? The bag is secured. We're just taking it home.
Oh, girl, this is what I be doing when you're not with me. Oh, you can't record this.
Oh,
Talk about the system.
robbery. Thing, me, the celebrity, the model of the house. The fit check. I don't.
What did I show them? You said you don't want me to show them.
Anyways, y'all. I got my servant with me, and yeah, so we're gonna, put the bag down and stuff, and then I'm gonna go to the El Parque, and we're gonna. What we gonna do? I didn't get food.
Oh.
Cause you said we had breakfast. I just got coffee because you said you wanted coffee. Okay, well, we just gonna drink coffee in between blessings. So yeah, and then I'm actually gonna get back to creating content. Y'all been asking where I've been, and I haven't been here.
We should jaywalk this way and then jaywalk that way.
I'm not really a big fan of jaywalking. I'm a square. And I'm just not a big fan of jaywalking, especially in some sandals. At least let me have some running shoes, just in case I need to run. But yeah, stuff is secure.
Okay, so if someone chasing you right now, what you gonna do?
Run! Run, ninja, run! Run, run, run! Yeah, so when I get to the park, I'm gonna be back with y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I want to talk about. I have some notes, just lessons that I've learned in June, and yeah. She didn't get her license. Y'all see the head? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to boast, and I'm not trying to be all proud and praise myself or whatever. It's not like that. But the Lord took his time when he made me. We could just give him glory because I am his creation. Hallelujah. All right, so yeah, we'll be back. Run, run, run. Don't talk about my sideburns. That's what we're not gonna do. I know it's all types of crazy, and I don't have to bring attention to it, but now that I did. Anyways, made it back home from the store. What I'm gonna do is pack my bag so we could go to the park and do what we needs to do. So yeah, I'm gonna be back with y'all. I'm just gonna do that real quick and yeah, talk about what I want to talk about. Hopefully my sister has something to talk about. I want to drag her in because sometimes she be saying some good stuff, But look at this bag. By the way, I'm tapping into my woman side because I felt like I always, for too long now, I've been studly, I've been manly, I've been looking like my brother, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so the bag is secure. Got the mics in here. They just disappeared. Got my lip gloss and that whole stuff. And should I bring this? Oh yeah, but I'm gonna bring coffee. But yes. So yeah, I gotta write my schedule down for work, so I need my phone to do that. But yeah, we're gonna go to the park. We're gonna talk. We're gonna catch up on stuff. Did I walk away from the Christian faith? Let's get into that. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Does it look good?
Yeah, but how much do you want in?
Do I look bonita?
No.
Anyways, y'all, so I got me a cameraman, so it's weird because I typically record selfie mode. But what we're gonna be doing is going to the park and we're gonna be talking. So let's go because yeah. Fairy. Stop. She was a fairy. She was a fairy. She was a fairy. What a fatty. Oh my daddy.
He won't.
I don't like my mama. I look in the mirror, say what's up. What's up, what's up, what's up? Okay, so I feel like it's rude to talk with shades on though. Like for some reason I just feel like that's rude. So I'm not gonna be talking with shades on, but I'm probably gonna get mic'd up. And we could start this discussion on whatever testimony, whatever it is. I don't know. Oh, this reminds me of when we filmed that hair video.
In our backyard.
Yeah. I hope you could hear well, and I hope you could see well.
Ooh, I could take a nap.
She could take a nap. If I run, that's because there is a bee.
That's only don't want to lay down. Did you look at all?
Yes, I did. Your coffee's in there. So we got our little coffee. So hey, y'all. I don't like this angle. I don't. I really don't. Let me pull y'all up some. That's better. So I'm gonna get mic'd up. I believe that's what I'm gonna be doing in this video, and we're gonna get started. So
This glass is making me hotter.
hey, y'all. Grab your coffee and let's chat. We never get it right. Today I did go to church though. I feel very revived, renewed. I needed it most definitely because your girl has been. What is that?
What is what?
Is that a dragonfly?
Should I close my drink? Girl, don't worry about the bugs. You're too worried about them right now.
Yeah, I am. But your girl has been acting wild. Okay, I don't even know where to start. Because so much happened in the month of June alone. It's like, what the heck? But I will start by saying this, just honestly how I feel. I haven't been a Christian for a year. Let's be real, because if we're gonna, like, you know, I know people be like, Christian isn't like the, you know, biblical term, what some people say, but you get the idea. When I say Christian, I'm talking about being a follower of Christ. Yeah.
Are you trying to send that to me?
Yeah, I don't care. Send it to me too. But when I say Christian, I'm talking about being a follower of Christ. I haven't been following Christ, I could confidently say, for a year, since 2024. Well, I could be more specific, since maybe, sorry, bugs. I haven't been a Christian probably the last quarter of 2023, but I know for sure at the beginning of 2024 it wasn't even, there was no desire, nothing, you know, sexual immorality, sin. Now don't get me wrong, I always had a passion to create. I always, like some things, you know, I was always passionate and fell in love with reading my Bible. Some things just wasn't going to change, but that doesn't make me a Christian, right? That just makes me a Bible reader. But yeah, so I walked away from the faith, I would say that. Well, not walked away from the faith, because I always believe. Oh, they left the cup. I always believe, and I'm always going to believe. Ain't nothing gonna change my faith. But I wasn't a Christian. But yeah, let's look at notes and stuff and get into it. So literally, y'all, no, you're good. The beginning of June, I found my love, right? That's what we're gonna call him. Literally June 1st. Well, let me not give a story time. I wasn't here to give a story time. That's gonna be another video, and it's not gonna be no time soon. I'll give that when I'm ready for that. But I guess now I could just kind of like share some things. I had some points that I wrote on a sticky note that I wanted to kind of just discuss. Just lessons that I've learned so far in the month of June. By the way, today is the 22nd. Okay, so June is coming to an end, and yeah, but lessons I learned from this like experience and overall, yeah. First of all, I turned 21. Legal, okay? Clap it up. I turned, oh,
Girl, yeah, I was about to say don't start. I mean, you do it in every video, it's okay. Go ahead. Some people like the ASMR.
Y'all know I'm a big bag. Yeah, I turned 21. This girl right here, she turned 21 as well. Had a little fun or whatever. On the 7th, we did moo-moos and mimosas, and my mom had set up this event where, you know, my girls came over, and of course we drank moo-moos, ate a little bit of breakfast, and I mean, yes, we did. No, we drank mimosas in our moo-moos, and, you know, we sat down, have a conversation where they shared advice and stuff, you know, stuff, womanly, 21, young adult type junk, and whatever. And it was cool. I loved it. I planned on the 13th to take, you know, a little more personal trip, you know, go out to eat and go on a little date or whatever and, you know, celebrate. So drink a little bit, have a little bit of fun. But I'm going to be sharing my advice. I mean, I don't have advice. Well, I do have advice, and it was kind of shared in church today. Simply just obey God. Now I'm only putting this video out because I gotta put content out sometime soon. You know, I gotta do it someday. But just a few notes. I don't know if I took all of them down. Just a few notes that I've learned. So just want to say, I've made mistakes so that you don't have to, right? I mean, make your mistakes, live your life, do what you want to do. But when them older people say don't do that or did that, they've been there, did it. You know what I'm saying? They've been there, did it. So you should probably listen to them if you want to be wise.
But I also want to say it's not always the way they be saying it.
That is also true.
And that's the risky part. You either take that risk or you don't.
5 times out of 10, they're speaking from their experience and what happened to them personally. But 9 times out of 10, they're right. But that one time, there's always that one time, though. I will say that. You're right, girl. You're right.
I think it's more like 70-30. There's a 70% chance they're right in most cases, 30% chance they're like wrong. If not 60-40, if not 50-50.
You know, I was just kind of in the space where I'm like, well, let me find out for myself if it's right or wrong, or if it's for me or not for me. And I found out. I mean, I'm gonna say that. But listen, and listen to them older people. Yeah, for sure.
But also listen to your hearts too.
Right, and just because you listen, like I'm saying, like, you know, if they're talking to you and you got that support around you, listen. No, you can still you still have free will to live your life, but at the very least, listen. Don't say they didn't tell you.
No, above all, listen to God, whether what your heart is saying or what an elder is saying, your pastor is saying.
It's a butterfly, but absolutely that too.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm also learning. Well, I've been knew this, but it was kind of like just a reminder that God's commandments aren't just given because he's like, you know, solely strict. It's not just given because he's strict and wants to keep you on a leash. Yet at the same time, you know, I wouldn't say a leash, right? But definitely a yoke, right? But like God's commandments were given not because he was strict. Okay, sorry, because it picks up noise. But they were given, but they're it's not because he's strict. He gave these commandments because he knows, right? And these commandments are covering. It's literally protection. So it's up to you. Again, this falls back to the first point. Listen. But he gives us commandments because he knows. He knows your heart. He knows my heart. He knows her heart. He knows that it's a wicked thing. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. So he's like, when he says, put no other gods before me, stuff like that, you know, probably don't do that because he knows where that could lead and he loves you. And because he loves you, he wants to protect you. That was just a little reminder. But number 3, live your life, but don't fall for that dumb devil. You know, don't be deceived by that dumb devil, okay? What I come to find out is that living your life is abiding in Christ. How could I live life outside of life himself? You get what I'm saying? People say live your life and they're just condoning sin, or sometimes people are saying live in life. I get live your life as an encouragement to get out there and do something, 100%. Get out there and do something, but live your life responsibly. Live your life in a godly manner. This past month and maybe a little bit before, a little bit of May, the ending of May and June, I've been living my life involving a lot of drinking, like
excessive.
Except like every day woke up probably hungover, for sure. Yeah, a lot of drinking, a lot of, you know.
Past, like when? From when?
From like
past month?
From the end of like May.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really didn't have content. I just wanted to show up real quick. I wanted to say, because the situation that I was in, you know, I wanted to find me a little book to read or whatever. So this is a book, Fervent, A Woman's Battle Plan for Serious, Specific, and Strategic Prayer by Priscilla Shearer, how do you say her last name?
I have no clue.
I hope I'm not messing that up. But it was a page, I'm like, this seems to be speaking direct, like literally on the sticky note in this page, I said, seems to be speaking directly to me or my current situation. But, oh yeah, this is another note. I didn't put it on here, I don't think. But not all wickedness looks evil. Not all wickedness seems wrong. Again, do not be deceived.
That's kind of like,
be woke. Go ahead.
so you know how I was watching the wrong church service today? And June 1st, that's kind of what he was talking about. But he said not all warfare looks like warfare. Because the farmers weren't farmers.
Oh, yeah. Girl, I went to church. You went to church then.
I don't remember.
Where is it at? Okay, yeah, this portion right here, y'all, listen, on page 2, because this, you over here crumbling this bag. Sorry. No, you're good. Get your chips. Eat you a little bit. Let me get me some. Actually, we're outside. You're okay. Because this is war, the fight of your life. A very real enemy has been strategizing and scheming against you, assaulting you, coming after your emotions, your mind, your man, your child, your future. In fact, he's doing it right this second, right where you're sitting, right where you are. But I say this reign of terror stops here. So I'm reading that, and at the moment of where I was sitting, right what was happening, I'm like, you know what? This seems like it's speaking to me. When I tell you a lot, like every and anything was speaking to me, when I tell you God be speaking in holy ways through anyone and through anything, because everything is his and he can and he's holy, yeah. I'm telling you, my mama, my sister, her man, this book, just coincidences, every and anything, y'all. And I still didn't listen because I have a hard head and a hard heart. But let me tell you something, a hard heart makes a hard life. You could avoid all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think I'm done here. Y'all be well. I'm done here. And I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.